So how's it going? It's October 1st here in Vegas, and that means we're gonna pause the whole, news cycle, the whole thing about things. We're gonna talk about why nothing's been done with this land. And you saw the sign out there, and if you're not familiar with it, 4 years ago, here on this site right here, the Route 91 Harvest Festival was going on, and an evil monster who we don't name because that would give him name recognition went up to the top of the Mandalay Bay to one of the uppermost floors. He was a super high roller whale. Not who you think it would be, right? Stereotype what you think one of these people are. Guy spent hundreds of thousands of dollars every time he came. And he mowed people down right here, and nothing's happened. Nothing has happened. So we're going to talk about that so we can get some frustrations out where nothing has happened. I noticed that they turned this into a parking lot. I noticed it over here. It says event entrance. Are they really literally planning on using this for event parking for something? Because if they are, shame on them. The only thing you have to memorialize it is that sign. I'm not mentioning my channel sponsor. I'm not mentioning my wife's side business. I'm not mentioning anything except for subscribe to this channel. It would help us out a lot. And tell us in the comments below where you were when this happened. I'm not going to compare it. We don't compare like 9/11 versus this, but everybody remembers where they were on certain days. This plot of land and the one right behind me here are fairly famous. So this one's incredibly infamous right over here for that horrible event that happened. We have to remember those people and ask why nothing's happened for those people in this video. The one behind me though, I'm pretty sure it's that one there, or it could be this one here. Right over here. This is from the Hangover. It's the first movie where they're driving around and they hear a banging from the trunk, and they get out. Mr. Chow beats him up, and it's a hilarious scene that I can't even watch anymore because of this. Because a horrible person did a horrible thing, but nothing's happened for anybody. Nothing. So MGM Resorts International was sued. There was a lawsuit. There was a massive GoFundMe. That's good. But there was an FBI investigation. Nothing came out of it. The FBI didn't really get any answers for anybody. Now you have the conspiracy theorists that'll tell you that there was multiple shooters on the strip, right? And I really do think that they're monetizing this. They're monetizing this, if this is read correctly. It says Stadium Walk over there. I gotta wrap my head around this. And on the other side of this fence right behind me, it says event parking. So you're gonna tell me event parking? And they made this into a parking lot. MGM Resorts International owns this land, and they're making it into a fucking parking lot. Presumably for the Raiders, and I talked about this in my channel about a year and a half ago before COVID hit. They talked about making this into like building some kind of youth center, for kids, stay out of trouble, play basketball, play some sports. Putting something in here, scared me. Putting something in here to, mark what happened here. 58 people have no answers. And they're making this into a parking lot. Look, it's a parking lot. That's what it is. That's it. And across the way, you can actually see way across the way where it says it's going to be Stadium Walk. Guys, gals, there's no reason to put Stadium Walk on there unless you're planning on letting people park. You're really going to monetize this. So they paid their monetary fine, I guess, and now what? You got to get that money back? This is a really bad look. And it's frustrating too, isn't it? Because instead of having the ability for people to come in here and see a garden or some kind of landmark to memorialize this, instead of it, you have event parking happening. That makes me very upset. There's other people here that aren't just me. You have some kind of news crew from Arizona. You have, this is the CW Las Vegas. That's who this is. So, yeah. And you have, Channel 3 News. There you go. They're here as well. What's up, guys? Are they really making this into a parking lot for the stadium after all?
Pardon me?
I'm sorry. I'm a YouTube blogger, and about 3 years ago, they were talking about making this into a parking lot. But look, Stadium Walk, and on the other side it says event parking, and they made this into a parking lot.
That's just temporary.
Do you think that's right, even if it's temporary, just for even one day, to allow people to park and monetize where 58 people were mowed down when they told everybody they'd be building a youth center for sports and a thing here?
Well, unfortunately, sir, I don't give my opinions, but I'll let you keep your blogging. Good luck.
So the CW doesn't want to give me his opinions. He also works for Channel 3 NBC News. Temporary. If it's for one day, it's too much, man. That's insane. This makes me mad. And I'm not trying to make you mad. Maybe you think it's okay to monetize this, and you tell me in the comments below if you do. But that doesn't seem right to me. That seems like a bad thing to do. Maybe I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, MGM Resorts can reach out and I'll gladly take down this video after I get an official statement from them. But I came down here today not to expect to see this. I came down here today just to ask the question. What justice is there for 58 people who were killed, 60 after the fallout from their injuries took their lives after the fact, a year or two later? And I found out that this was going to become a temporary parking lot for the Raiders games. Like, share, subscribe, leave us a comment below. There's no ad at the end of this video. There's no credits. Thank you to Patreon if you're on Patreon, but I don't want to do that. This is the 58 people that go in the credits now that lost their lives. I tried to find all 60 of them. I couldn't do it. Anyways, that's it. Let's hope that they do the right thing with this land, okay?